hella matching. What's up? Damn, this melon is bomb. I haven't had melon in a minute.
I'm gonna need some of that lemon.
Ew. Why do you ruin sweet things with putting sour things on them? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another grocery haul for you guys today. We ended up going $50 over our budget. Honestly, we like never ever go over that much. It's usually maybe $20 to $30 that we go over, but we had to do a lot of like replenishing on things that we don't usually buy every week. And so yeah, I just wanted to kind of come on here and show you guys that sometimes it's cool that you need to buy certain things and they're gonna last you for weeks. So this is not like an every week thing, as long as you're making a conscious effort to, you know, be a little bit under, or, you know, just at your goal budget, then that's all that matters. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you want to see what we got for groceries this week, just go ahead and keep on watching. Dang, I feel like we got a lot of food. So this week we ended up having to buy things that we usually don't buy. We haven't bought chorizo in months. Like, I don't even think we've ever made chorizo in this house, to be honest with you. We've been here like over a year. So yeah, this was just something that we decided to get for this week. And then, so we ended up buying cheese, quinoa, deli meat. All these things are things that we don't weekly buy, but we just, everything like snowballed this week. We ended up needing to repurchase tapatio, almond butter, almond milk. Granola is pretty weekly. Depending on how much eggs we eat, eggs can be pretty weekly too. These are good for the girls. Sopas, the sopas secas. These, we don't buy them every week either. And then meat, we also don't buy every week, just because we try not to eat meat every single day. And then this is something we like to do with the kids, is buying the frozen like cookies, instead of buying like a box of cookies or like, you know, already pre-made. I found these at the store. I don't know where all my bowls for the kids went, but I saw these there and I figured I'd get them. They were $4. So yeah, and then oh, we also bought laundry detergent. Oh, you put that in the laundry room? Oh, okay. And then I had to buy spaghetti. We bought some cheese sticks and some mac and cheese. Also, don't really buy that on a regular basis. And yogurt, we're just like obsessed with yogurt, honestly. We eat it like every single day, probably me and the kids at least. Ramses does too. He just doesn't really eat it daily. But yeah, so these are the silk ones, these two mango ones, and these are the soy ones, right? Yeah, I made with soy. And then these two and these three are coconut milk ones. These are my favorite, the vanilla ones, made with coconut milk. And then these are strawberry ones. The kids love those. And then these are also really, really good. Okay, and on this side, on our island, we put all the produce. This is an insane amount of produce. But honestly, last week, we didn't buy enough. And like, we were kind of dying for like some fruit and vegetables because I couldn't like make certain things. Yeah, usually we go like Saturdays or Sundays, but last week we were super frugal on like what we bought, so we even cut a lot of like the fruit out. So we were under budget last week, which is a point I'd like to make, that you are going to go over budget sometimes because you're aiming for 100 or whatever your budget is, and you're aiming to be under that or right at that. So a lot of time we are a little bit under, so you just keep that in mind, that you're cutting corners like the other 3 weeks, and that 4th week you might just need to really replenish a lot of things that you've been not getting before, or that last you those 2-3 weeks. This week I'm gonna make green juices hopefully every day in the morning. So I got some romaine lettuce and some spinach. We also use these for our protein shakes. Ramses always gets a pineapple like every time you go to the grocery store. Honestly, he probably eats those by himself like every week. Sometimes the kids eat them, but they don't like how they make their tongue feel, so they don't eat them too much. I like tomatoes with my eggs. We are going to make fajitas this week. I like these mandarin oranges better than the bigger ones, just because The bigger ones, the navel oranges, are just a pain to peel. Like they're always so like the skin is always so thin, and they always just like break and get like all. And then I got some lemons. Like for water, I haven't had lemons in my water in a while, so I figured I'd get a few. And I got an onion. I also like these in my eggs or in the fajitas we're gonna make. Some beets. Those are Ramses's beets for his power drinks. And these are my favorite apples to get, but they're pretty pricey. These are the Honey Crisp apples. They are, how much are they, babe? They're $2.99 a pound. So like 2 of these is like pretty much a pound. So it's like 2 for $3. So we don't get these specific apples all the time. We usually get like the Gala apples, and they're like a little bit smaller. They're not too much different of a price. Like they're a little bit smaller, but they're like still like $2 a pound. So you get like maybe 1 extra apple, but they are smaller. Like these are pretty like large apples. And then of course we got some strawberries. Usually we get 2 packs of strawberries, but they ended up having these big packs. They haven't had these big packs in a while. So we ended up getting 1 of these. The kids like eat strawberries every single day, multiple times a day, with like just by themselves, or even just like on their pancakes or their yogurt. And if they do start going bad towards the end of the week, I like to put them in Ziploc bags by like Friday-ish, just because I know on the weekend we're already gonna go get some fresh ones. So avocados, we pretty much buy these every week. And then we got 2 Caesar salad kits. We like to have at least like 2 salads, yeah, for lunches. Then we got a watermelon. So this week we got like grapes too. I personally like the purple grapes a little bit better. They're a little sweeter, but the kids like whatever. And then that pineapple.
Also, I just wanted to give one tip that I kind of found out without really thinking about it, but now it makes complete sense. So most of us work Monday through Friday, right? So during those days we might go to the store to pick up a few items. But what I realized is the majority of people, I'd say probably a good 60 to 80% of people, go to the store on the weekends. Usually they get paid Thursday, Friday, so they'll go to the weekend. So what I found was that the stores like to restock on Friday evenings or Monday mornings, because I've gone both times. Today happens to be a Friday evening, and everything was beautifully stocked, and they were stocking. They had 2 people out there stocking everything, getting ready for the weekend. So what happened was it was pretty empty on a Friday evening night. So we got to go in and pick, first, and we kind of beat the crowd for tomorrow. Also on Monday,
I had no idea he was going to say this, so I'm learning as I go.
After the crowd comes in on Saturday, Sunday, then, they need to replenish everything for the week, for the onesies and twosies that people come in. I realize on Monday morning, everything is restocked, and it's pretty empty for sure on Monday morning because everyone's at work. So, just a tip to get the freshest stuff. You get, first dibs.
You're right, because there's been times where you're like, oh, there wasn't any salads, there wasn't any Asian salads, or there wasn't any blueberries, or there wasn't any like a lot of stuff that we usually get if we go late on Sundays, like in the evening on Sundays. It's like everything is like totally gone. That makes a lot of sense. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were gonna say that.
That's a tip.
Who knew you had tips? Not me. I'm gonna stand on my tippy toes. And we're matching, by the way. Unintentional.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I just wanted to kind of reiterate what I said earlier about sometimes it's fine for you to go over on your budget. It just depends on you not going over like every single week. Trying to plan what you're going to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You don't necessarily have to meal prep. You don't have to be super specific, but just as specific as you can. Also, just make sure that you are mentally like, just what your go-to items are that you're actually eating. Like if you're buying the same things every week and then you're throwing them out, just be conscious of that. Be like real with yourself. Sometimes like you want to eat something, you just never end up doing it, or make it a different way. Make it in the beginning of the week so that you're forced to eat it. Just little small things like that. I feel like everyone is always trying and striving to like eat better, or not like we eat super healthy, but we do try to eat, fruits and vegetables and just whole foods. We do have, like the chorizo we bought this week, or us eating spaghetti, or eating things that are not super healthy. But cooking at home is just overall healthier than buying food. It's also overall less expensive. You spend less money. So I always tell Ramses, like the other day, we've been doing really good. Remember that Friday when we went to, no, it was like Wednesday, and we wanted like a certain thing to eat, but we didn't plan for that when we went grocery shopping. But that day we're like, oh, let's just go to the grocery store and just buy the couple things that we need. We spent what, like 20 bucks? And we left and I was like, man, you know, we would have spent 20, 25 bucks at Chick-fil-A right now. And we bought like bread, we bought like some other stuff that we didn't have and we needed. I think we just wanted to like eat sandwiches that day, remember?
Yeah.
And we didn't have like bread or something. And anyway, so I was like, man, you know, we bought all this stuff for like $20 and we would have spent like $25 like going to Chick-fil-A, and that would have just been one meal for each of us. At least all this food for like $20 is gonna last us a week, you know? So I mean, that's just like mind-blowing when you think about it. I feel like I'm super short. I'm like on my tippy toes this whole time, if you guys didn't know. So also a tip for organizing your stuff. Sorry, my drawers are a little bit dirty. I like to put Tupperware that I don't have lids for, or that I have a lot of them and I don't really use them, and put them in here to organize like different vegetables and stuff. So I also take everything out of the bags. My friend Tiffany actually like mentioned this to me one time. We were talking about something, I don't know how it came up, and I was like, oh, you take them out of the bags like from the store? She's like, yeah, like like I was crazy. I was like, oh, I never did that. So ever since I started doing that, like our produce lasts a lot longer. So these are celery that I cut up and I just put them in there. But yeah, we try to keep everything that's like sized, you know, like in one area. All the like shorter, stubbier things like here. I moved our stuff around. I actually took one of these out and it's like on top of our fridge to like fit all of the taller things here. We always have everything pretty like organized. I just have everything like this. Even the kids' playroom, they know where everything goes because I put everything in the same spots all the time. And my pantry is like a little bit messy, but I have these two baskets. I have like one supposed to be kind of for snacks, chips, like certain things. Baskets for like noodles or lentils or anything else that's packaged. I have all the canned stuff in here, so anytime I'm running low on stuff, I know, like I can see everything. Like these are all garbanzo beans that we haven't used in forever. Oh, we don't have any black beans. Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna make pinto beans this week. I keep all my bread, Ziploc bags. All of these have, like this has chia seeds, this has chocolate chips, this is empty, I think. And then all of these are labeled, so I know what I have and what I don't. And then up here is like cereals or anything that's like taller, craisins, anything like that goes up here. And I have a few appliances that we use like on a regular basis down here. Some water. I use this for pancakes like almost every other day. Potato basket, and I keep all my little dish rags back there in the other basket. Also storing your potatoes out of the bag in an open basket as well. Even your onion before you cut it is really good in there. Alright guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this grocery haul and a little bit the little tour I gave you of our fridge and our pantry. And if you guys like these kind of videos, just leave me a comment below telling me what your grocery budget is, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!